Namaste and blessings to all of you, dear friends of Agama. Om Namah Shivaya. Due to the present situation with the world epidemic of the coronavirus, it is my intention to give to you a few information, a message that you can use for you and for those dear to you in this situation. It is a well-known thing in the yogic and alternative healing that if one gets such a transmissible disease or not, it is very much a matter of one's immune system. The Ayurvedic medicine presents it not only as the immune system, but also as the balance of the three doshas in the body to a certain structure, if a certain prakriti is a fit ground for an epidemic or an infection or not. In the holistic medicine in general, it's very difficult to separate the factors in a disease because different parts of your being influence each other. The diet, the sleep, the sexual behavior, the way of thinking, many factors come together. We are starting from the idea that I'm talking to you here about prevention, although the ideas which I will communicate now, they are also in case you have been infected with this new virus. As you may remember from our healing lectures in Agama, the Agama formulary for healing has 4 legs. It has 4 sides to it, and I'm going to take them one by one to show you what you can do about those. The first chapter in healing by Agama is always related to diet. And to be able to understand what yoga has to say about the diet to hold is of course the Ayurvedic theory of the 3 doshas. The flu, any type of flu, is a mixture of Kapha dosha predominant with Vata dosha secondary. That's why what you need to do in these circumstances to be protected or to diminish the effects of the infection if it has started already is that you need to lower your Kapha dosha dramatically, and if possible also lower the Vata dosha. For this, it's obvious that you have to act in the countermeasure and increase the Pitta dosha, and that's why the first thing which Ayurvedic doctors do, they are recommending you to use very intense, fiery spices. After all, don't forget that in traditional language, a flu is to a certain extent related to what we call a cold. And the cold means exactly that you have no fire in you. The fire is the enemy of the cold. That's why please consider including in your herbal teas as well as in your spices a lot of cayenne pepper, a lot of chili, a lot of ginger, like ginger tea and so on, lots of black pepper. You can use licorice, cinnamon, cardamom. You can use even lemongrass, which is a typical Thai form of fiery herb, not so hot, but still spicy. And of course, the good Indian tradition recommends us tulsi, the holy basil. In the health formulary of Dr. Richard Schulze, a very famous alternative healer from the old days in America, he would include perhaps the strongest natural antibiotic, which is garlic, in mega doses. Especially if you are infected, you should resort to lots of garlic. Lots of garlic means the recommended dose is 8 cloves of garlic per day. Every day, 8 cloves of garlic. It will keep the infections away, it will keep the virus away, and if you got it, it will fight it very intensely. Also, please remember that one of the things which increases kapha dosha the most dramatically is sugar. Therefore, it's very important to have no sugar in your diet for this period of time. However, remember that according to Ayurvedic medicine, perfectly natural honey and pollen are okay. Honey is not increasing the kapha dosha. And if you take honey together with cayenne pepper, honey together with chili, honey together with ginger, honey together with all the others, cinnamon, black pepper, and so on, actually honey amplifies the beneficial effect of those. So sugar is a no-no, but honey, it must be or can be used. I would also recommend from the standpoint of diet, a clean diet. And you all know that in yoga, we think that a clean diet means basically a vegetarian diet without tea, coffee, tobacco, and all those chemical things, MSG and all the rest. And also, I would recommend very much that you should take 1 day of fasting every week for purification and strengthening the immune system. For this coronavirus, I recommend fasting on Wednesdays as the best day of purification for your being. Therefore, we have already looked into the chapter of diet. I'm going to sum up. You can play this video again and again to remember the list of herbs and spices which are good to include in your diet. Remember, you need to diminish kapha dosha, you need to diminish slightly vata dosha, you will increase pitta dosha. I'm not going to give the list of spices, you have it already. Eat garlic massively, massive doses of garlic. And of course, if you have relatives who are in their 70s or 80s and they are already infected, this becomes a lifesaver. Have no sugar in your diet. Honey is okay, and if you are vital enough, fast 24 hours on Wednesdays. All these advices are going to work wonderfully for you, both as a prevention and as a healing. Next, we are going to move to the second part of our formulary, talking about what yoga practice can help you. But while yoga practice, if I say you should do Nauli Kriya, you probably don't know too many people who can do Nauli Kriya. When it comes to eating garlic or eating ginger, everybody can do that, even people who haven't studied yoga. So it's something which you can use for your family and friends anyway. Let us prepare to move to the second part of this presentation about what yoga would be beneficial in this situation.